I hereby call to order this meeting of the Arizona Boxing and Mixed Martial Arts Commission. Today is Tuesday, May 17th, 2022, and the time is 11 a.m. Would those commissioners that are in attendance please identify themselves and state as to whether they're here via phone or Google Meets or in person?
This is Joe Pennington. I'm participating by phone.
Thank you, Commissioner. And I'm Scott Fletcher, and I too am participating via telephone. Do we have Commissioner Feinstein on as yet, or do we expect him? Do we know?
I do not believe Commissioner Feinstein will be joining us today.
Okay. Well, the two of us will soldier on. Let's get into our new business. B is our new business. B1 is pursuant to ARS sections 5-227, 5-228, and AAC R19-2-C604 for persons over the age of 36. The new license application submitted by Mr. Rowdy Montgomery for a 2022 professional boxing athlete license. Mr. Vella, will you speak to Mr. Montgomery's application, please?
Yes, sir, Mr. Chairman. So Mr. Rowdy has submitted everything to us as far as medicals go, and it does all appear to be fine. Based upon my conversation with Mr. Montgomery's coach yesterday, he spars 3 days a week, just a little bit on his training regimen. He trains 5 days a week and runs on Saturdays. His training is about 2.5 hours per day. According to his coach, he's not a typical 36-year-old. He's very youthful. He can keep up with all the 20-year-olds in the gym. And when I asked how he felt about his upcoming bout, he says he felt very good about his upcoming bout and thinks that his opponent, Elijah, is in over his head. He has a pro record of 7-3-1. And he said the only thing that has held him back over the years is people backing out of his bouts.
Okay, very good. Thank you. Do you have a recommendation?
I do, sir. With what I've proposed and what I've been presented with, I do recommend his approval.
Thank you. Commissioner Pennington, thoughts, questions for Mr. Montgomery?
Mr. Chairman, based on the information that was provided by Executive Director, I am comfortable with his training regimen and have no other questions.
Thank you, Commissioner. I find myself in the same spot. The chair would be open to a motion if there is one.
Mr. Chairman, I move that pursuant to ARS 5-227, 5-228, and AAC R19-2-C604, being a fighter over age 36, that we grant a new professional boxing license to Mr. Rowdy Montgomery.
Thank you, Commissioner. We have a motion. I am going to second that motion. We now have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries 2-0. Congratulations, Mr. Montgomery. Item B2 is pursuant to ARS sections 5-227, 5-228, and AAC R19-2-C604 for persons over the age of 36. The new licensed application submitted by Mr. Mike Plazola for a 2022 professional boxing athlete license. Mr. Vella, tell us about this one, if you would, please.
Yes, sir. Based upon Mr. Plazola's application, he provided us with the required medicals, and everything looks good there. And as far as his training regimen goes, he trains 2 times a day, 6 days a week. 3 days a week he spends conditioning, and he's in the boxing gym 5 of those out of those 6 days, and spars at least once a week. For additional exercise, he rides bikes in his spare time and enjoys running for cardio. He's been a pro boxer for five or 6 years now. He took a break over the past several years, but claims that he started back again last year and had a fight earlier this year in January of 2022. And when asked how he feels about his upcoming bout, he said that he feels very good about it and thinks that he'll walk away with a victory.
Thank you, sir. Yes, recommendations regarding this?
Yes, sir. With what I've been provided, the information I've been provided, I do recommend his approval.
Thank you. Commissioner Pennington, thoughts regarding this application?
Mr. Chairman, I have no questions.
Okay, and neither do I. The chair would be open to a motion if there is one.
Mr. Chairman, I move that pursuant to ARS 5-2275-228 and AAC R19-2-C604 for a person over age 36, that we grant a new professional boxing license to Mr. Michael Plazola.
Thank you, Commissioner. I'm going to second that motion. We have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries 2-0. Congratulations to Mr. Plazola. This leads us to item C, call to the public. Mr. Vella, is there anyone who'd like to chat with us?
Mr. Chairman, no one has asked to speak.
Okay. Well, we're making record time, aren't we? D is the call to the commission. Commission members or the executive director may introduce a summary of current events, ask questions, and or make comments. Gentlemen, Commissioner Pennington, any thoughts?
Mr. Chairman, no real thoughts. I look forward to the card coming up. It should be a very good boxing card. However, in the past, and also with the UFC event, I had difficulty in locating credentials. Since I'm not able to make it for the weigh-in, I can't get credentials at that point. And I had to go through several different security people at the UFC event there at the Footprint Center, and to finally get in. And I'm just wondering if we can make arrangements somehow to, and it doesn't have to be decided today, but if Mr. Vella could get back to me and let me know where we could get those credentials, that would be great.
Yeah, understood. It is tricky, and each promoter seems to have a different way to go about it. And if you're not in the building, it's hard to get credentials. So let's try and talk about that, Mister. I know we got a lot going on, a lot of balls in here, Mr. Vella, but it is tricky to get credentials when you can't get in the building to get them. So more to come, Commissioner. I'll make sure that we get something to you. I was going to attend weigh-ins. In fact, Mr. Vella, do you know when the actual weigh-ins will be on Friday and at what time and place?
Yes, sir. Details were sent to me yesterday, and I've got them right here. So for the weigh-ins, we will be live streamed on Showtime Sports YouTube. It starts at 12 noon, and that will be at the Gila River Arena.
Okay, very good. And that's the actual weigh-in. Okay, I thought I
That's
saw
the
the
actual
word
weigh-in on
ceremonial, or they don't do a ceremonial, they do an actual weigh-in at that time. Okay. Another question too, the undercard. I haven't seen any info on that. I've seen 3 fights on the main card, but what's the undercard look like?
So the undercard in total, we've got 11 bouts all together, and I believe, I'll send it out to you with the most updated one because there has been some changes since we last saw it, and so we will send that out so that you can see it. Okay.
Okay, that'd be helpful. Do you have any ballpark idea on when you think that starts?
It starts at 4 o'clock.
4 o'clock, gotcha.
Saturday.
And then I think
Correct.
the Showtime portion's at 7, I think, right? The last 3 fights.
That's correct.
Okay, good. Well, it should be a great week. We've had some good weeks lately. A couple weeks ago, the UFC event, it was just announced that they had their highest grossing event of the year, was the one we did. They had over 400,000 domestic pay-per-view buys, and the gate record was over $6 million. So that's a new record for the Footprint Center. So they left very pleased, and I appreciate everyone's efforts in that regard. They like us. We do good things for them, and they'll be back. We just got to sort out when. Any other
Mr.
thoughts?
Chairman?
Yes.
Mr.
Yes.
Chairman, did you have anyone take you up on your Super Bowl thought?
I mentioned it to everybody, every person I could find in the room, and there was There's tremendous interest. There's one concern about the cost of hotel rooms because they do need, I don't even know how many hotel rooms, but they fill a hotel. Although maybe a downtown hotel like the Hyatt might be cheaper, but I think they could easily make up for that in ticket sales and pay-per-view too. So quite a bit. I actually went and I got a little bit of time with Dana White, and he said he wants to talk more about it. So I'm trying to stay out of his hair for a while, but I think it's a good idea. I think we could do some great things.
Well, thank you, Mr. Chairman, for pursuing that. I think it'd be a great idea.
Thank you. You know that I'll stay on them, and we'll keep asking, and hopefully they'll keep coming. The fact that the last two have gone so well puts us in a real good spot too. So more to come. I'll keep you posted.
And Mr. Chairman, any other feedback on the weigh-in situation for the UFC?
Not really. I tried to find Dana White because I heard some rumblings about them possibly being hurt by the pay-per-view, on their pay-per-view buys because Mr. Oliveira's title had been stripped. So I went. He cut me off and he said, the one story in the world, and we're killing it on pay-per-view buys. So whatever you did is great. And that event was up against the Canelo fight too, which, on the weekend of Cinco de Mayo. So they knew they were up against it, but they sold more pay-per-view tickets than they have all year in any other event. So it went very well.
Great.
But I did make it clear he was over. We were in a position where we had no choice but to take that belt. So we did what we had to do.
And I think that was the most appropriate decision, and I commend you and our executive director for making that decision.
Thank you, Commissioner. Yep. We will continue to do what's right because that's the only thing we can do. Mr. Vella, anything you'd like to talk about?
Yes, sir. To address Commissioner Pennington's concerns regarding credentials, I will certainly communicate with the promotion today, and we will lay out a plan and communicate to make sure that that's a much easier process for you, for everybody that will be credentialed. And then beyond that, I just want to say, I'm grateful for the opportunity to host this promotion here this weekend, and I look forward to another great event.
Very good. I think we all agree. That's what we agree unanimously on that. It's going to be another great weekend, and it's a chance for us to show important international promoters just who we are and what we can do. So it's going to be a great one. Mr. Vella, you need anything in the next few days, please, by all means, call me, call us, okay?
Yes, sir. I appreciate that.
Very good. Sensing there's nothing else to talk about. Yes, Commissioner.
Mr. Chairman, one other interruption. I see that Director Volz is on the call with us. Does he have any comments? Does he have anything that he would like to say?
Thank you, Commissioner Pennington. I was just listening in. I was going to chime in and say how pleased I was with how the UFC match went. I think Danny's doing a great job as the executive director and the whole team there pitching in. And we're looking forward to an exciting not only boxing matches coming up, but just basically, I've heard through the grapevine the same thing Chairman Pennington had. The UFC is very pleased with Arizona, and our goal is to make Arizona the #1 destination for boxing and mixed martial arts.
I'll second that.
I'll third it. It's good to hear your voice,
Danny,
Director. Will we see you Saturday night? Are you going to sneak out to the fight?
This Saturday, I will not be at the fight, but I'm trying to get advance notice on when the next ones are.
Very good. We'll keep you posted. We'd love to have you out sometime when you can do it.
Absolutely.
Good things are afoot. We have a lot of things in the air, and we have a great year ahead of us, I think. So, and thank you for your support, and we're going to do more good things. Mr. Vella is going to do great things, and I'm excited about what's to come. So, more to come. We'll keep you posted. Mr. Vella, anything else we should talk about?
No, sir. I have no further comments. Just to note that our next regular scheduled meeting is Wednesday, May 25th at 11 a.m.
Yes, sir. This is item E.
Item
May
E.
the 25th, next Wednesday at 11 a.m., and is subject to change based on a quorum. That moves us towards item F, the specter of a possible adjournment. We would need a motion for such.
Mr. Chairman, I move we adjourn.
I'm going to second that motion. We have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries unanimously. We are adjourned. Thank you all for your time. Look forward to seeing you soon.